Wait, I literally had like nightmares of like the same exact thing, like after watching this video.
As a part of its No to Science campaign, nonprofit Sandy Hook Promise released a back-to-school commercial depicting students repurposing school supplies in a school shooting. Students and faculty of MVHS react and reflect on the deeper implications of the ad.
This year, my mom got me the perfect bag for back to school.
These new sneakers are just what I needed for the new year.
My parents got me the skateboard I wanted. It's pretty cool.
These new socks, they can be a real lifesaver.
Yikes.
I finally got my own phone to stay in touch with my mom.
Oh dear Lord, okay. Whoa. Wow, okay. So I was expecting something a little bit more positive, honestly. That obviously took a turn. The last part was very climactic, I guess. Yeah, I mean, wow.
I mean, I think it starts like a typical, school supply video. I think the first thing that struck me, obviously, was I started to hear gunshot sounds in the background, and I thought for a second, that's, not what you expect to see. And then, it sort of obviously escalated from there.
The video itself is very morbid, obviously, and I think when I first watched it, I think the progression of the video, how it goes from like just a normal school ad to like a school shooting, is just like how the premise of the school shooting is. Like, no one expects the school to get shot up until it happens, and I think that's also the essence of the video and what it's trying to capture.
I remember when I first saw the video, and like when I'm watching it now, it seems like pretty like low-key, pretty normal, the same as like any other video, but I think it's like just like towards the end, I remember the first time I watched it, and it's kind of like hard because it's like a genuine fear of just like, I don't know, like I remember like very vividly like in like elementary school, like the teachers telling us about Sandy Hook.
As a teacher, it's very familiar, right? The sense that like we have to think about these things. When I became a teacher, I never thought I was going to have to tell students or worry about things like lockdown drills and whatnot, but it is unfortunately what we do have to prepare ourselves for.
Summer's a time where like all your troubles are like, I guess, gone or like alleviated in some way, but when it's back to school time, the problem of school shooting gets brought back into the spotlight, and I think it's basically saying it's time for us to make change happen and just not ignore the issue any longer.
Something about like well, I kind of expected it was going to be something about a school shooting, like how there can be preventable, but after I seen it, it's like, I don't know, it just seems, it's a lot more shocking than I expected it to be.
I just have like a really big fear of like school shootings, and like even like yesterday when like the bell went off, I was like, oh shoot, are we gonna get shot?
I think that for me, as a teacher and a parent, it's one of the most frightening things that you think about happening.
I think it fits in with the current political climate, because right now, rather than talking about how we should fix legislation to solve the shootings in schools, what we're doing instead is saying, let's have see-through backpacks so that children can't carry guns to schools, or let's let teachers have these guns.
I think it's very powerful, right? I think because you don't realize what the actual message is until you get to the end.
The focus on consumerism isn't solving the problem, but that's what society does best. So that's why I think the video captures it so well, is because instead of addressing the actual issue in our legislation, it's turning to things like consumerism and capitalism, and how that can it doesn't solve our problems, but it can distract us from the real problem.